Hey guys, welcome back to Sky Factory 2.5. So, last episode I left you guys with me starting the draconium processing. It's pretty much done except for the sifters are still running. They got 20k crushed draconium or crushed instone to still run through. There's about 340 instone in the system still. That went all the way down to 0, and then while the sifters are still running, I've gotten that many from our in-stone generator back there. That's all going straight into the ME system. And I've got 26 draconium ingots. No, I'm joking. I've got all the blocks necessary here to make our tier 7 draconium multi-block energy cell thing. That's all right here. I'm going to go from scratch all the way to tier 7 in one go, which is the highest one. Energy storage multi-block. So, tier 7 is looking like that. Then you shift click on the little particle generators here. I have these in my inventory. The energy core, the central piece of this, and the pylons, which are shown here. I already have those set up where we're going to build this. So, my question though was, where in the heck am I putting this thing, right? I mean, we have tons of space everywhere, but where would it look good? Well, I was thinking I wanted it centrally located, so I was thinking, why not right here? You know, like down there, maybe between here, maybe like up in the sky above the platform somewhere. And I was like, no, that's kind of, I don't know, it won't really look that great there. So what I decided was, why not put it next to where all our power is coming from? So we have all our power things in one area. We've already got like this kind of generation, power generation there. We've got all that set up right there. So why not we just put it next to the reactor, right? So I settled on placing it right up here on top of the reactor. So it's kind of out of the way, but it's close enough to where we can mess with it if we need to. And a skeleton has spawned on these blocks right there. Mobs do not spawn on the reactor casing, but they will spawn like on that. So anyway, so this will be the center of our ball right there. That's the little tier 0 or tier 1 energy core. And we're going to build around that. These are the pylons. This is how you get power in and out of the ball. See how the corners of this one are blue and the corners of this one are orange? Well, this one puts power into the ball. This one takes power out. So my tesseract down there that gets power from the reactor, I will have a pair to that one right there to put power into the ball. And then all of my other stuff that needs power is going to have a second tesseract that's set to power output. And that's how I'll run my entire base from here on. I think my entire base right now is running off of those two solar panels right there, because the energy cells I have sitting where my reactor is are never empty. They like fill up during the daytime, and before it's daytime again, they haven't emptied. And that's where all the power for everything is coming from. So, 2 solar panels running everything I own. So this is going to be thoroughly overkill. Alright, well, first things first, we want to start on the energy core with a 3x3 cube. 3x3x3 cube of redstone. I'm going to do this like in a circle, make you guys dizzy. I actually went to creative and built this on my little test world, and as it turns out, I built it incorrectly. Of course, it's the first one I've ever made, but the deal was I made it more spherical than it was supposed to be. I had rounded off all the edges so it looked like an actual ball instead of the like square thing that they want you to make. But this thing is basically 4 layers of redstone and then 1 layer of draconium on the outside of it. Oh, ghost blocks. There we go. That's 2 layers. Then we go out 1 more. Well, while I'm building, so there's not complete silence, I've got a little bit of something to discuss with you guys as my subscribers. So just kind of the way things go, as you have probably already know, eventually we are going to run out of things to do in this mod pack. That's just the way things are, right? It's bound to happen eventually. We can't just do this forever. So, let's see, that was layer 3. So now we do layer 4. So, my question to you guys, since this is not just me doing stuff, it's all about you guys as well. Entertainment and feedback, the way the industry works. Supply and demand, probably a better example. But anyway, I have quite a larger subscription and follower base now than I did before I started this pack. And thanks you guys for showing up and being around, first off. But moreover, now I have people to bounce questions off of. So after this mod pack, here's my question. After this mod pack, after I'm, done and exhausted everything I'm going to do, what comes next? That's the question. And it kind of falls to you guys. I mean, I don't really mind, but I will tell you my nomination of what to do as far as the Minecraft content of the channel. The next mod pack I was thinking of starting and playing on was Agrarian Skies 2. It's a good transition from this one because it's Skyblock, but it's a little bit more story driven than this one. This one has pretty much no storyline, but there is an achievement book to kind of keep you on track, whereas Agrarian Skies has a storyline, kind of, sort of, and you're rebuilding a world, so there's not a whole lot of sitting around wondering, okay, what do I do next? There's a definite next step every time, if not a couple of next steps, like a direction, like a couple different directions you can pick from. So that's my nomination for the next pack. The people I'm on the multiplayer server with, I've talked to 2 of them. There are a couple others that I don't really talk to that often, but they're there. I mean, they matter. Not saying that people don't matter, but I haven't got a hold of them and asked them anything. It more or less falls on the majority of my subscribers. What do you guys want to see next? A few of them agree, yes, Agrarian Skies would be fun. We have a vote for Crazy Craft or Crundy Craft, neither of which I have any experience with. And I believe there was one other one, but I can't think of it at the moment. Okay, this needs to be squared off. That's one of the mistakes I made when I built this the first time. It all needs to be square. So a 3x3, a 5x5, and then a 7x7. All cubed out instead of rounded. Did I do this wrong? 3, 5. Oh, this one's just not built out all the way. Wait a minute. What? What did I do here? This one needs to be a 5 cube. I might have done one side twice. 3, 5. And then the 7 cube is there. Did I put away a whole bunch of resources or something? No, wait a minute. That's the size of the outside shell. Right. The outside is 3, 5, 7. I got talking and distracted myself. Okay. Crisis averted. I figured it out. Anyway, so you guys, in the comments, let me know. Pick a pack. I might start a straw poll somewhere and leave it running for, like a while. But I'd like to know you guys' feedback. I still plan on doing League of Legends content on the channel. That's not really going anywhere permanently. It's kind of taken a backseat currently because just the way the game is, I can't play the way I'd like to, if that makes any sense. If you've watched my League episodes, I always, well, as often as possible, play support. And I play support with pretty much any character possible. Even some that should not be possible. 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, this is our 7 cube there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. Yeah, I messed this up. But yeah, I play support with every character. Doesn't matter who it is, I'll make it work. I have made it work on all the ones attempted, which is pretty much all the ones you see videos of on my channel. But the way the game is currently, the way the team queue and champ select is, as soon as I pick a support that's not a quote-unquote traditional support, people start spamming that I'm a troller, that I don't know how to play the game, noob, whatever. You've probably all seen it before. But regardless of my performance during the game, which is usually fairly decent, I mean, it's probably not like the best because, I'm working against the system at that point. Making the game do things it shouldn't be doing, which is the way I like to play things. Find a way that the system works, find the rules, exploit the rules, break the game to your advantage. But anyway, so people just can't take it for some reason. They're like, oh, you're trolling. So then they start playing terribly. They start legitimately trolling and making the game go south in a hurry. And then their score reflects very bad. My score may or may not be fairly decent. Most of the time, it's in the positives. But oftentimes, I don't even get into a game. If I say, oh, I'm going to be support role, it gets down to my champion select, and I pick, say, Olaf, because he's really fun to play as a support, people start dropping from the game. Or when it comes to ban picks, if I say, hey, I'm going to play Olaf at the beginning, whenever it's like declare your champion, they will actually ban the person that I choose if it's not a regular support pick. So if I'm like say out of 5, if I'm like 4th pick, the person before or after my ban pick will actually ban the champion that I intended to play as a support if it's not traditional support role material. Okay, let's give this a once over. 3x3, 5x5, 7x7 on each side. I've got a few blocks left over, which is exactly where I wanted it to be. I didn't miss any corners again. As far as I can tell, it actually needs 2 blocks in any direction to be clear of any block to function, so it had to be at least 2 blocks high here. I tried to center it on the middle of the reactor, but since it's an odd number and the reactor's an even number, I moved it, oh, that was weird. I moved it towards this corner. So it's a 3x3 that includes the center, but it's skewed to that corner towards the base. Okay, everything looks fine. Now we have to put these particle generators on each side. Did I get a stack of cobblestone? Yes, I did. And I want these to just be a couple of blocks away from the core. So the 3rd block out. Since we're 2 blocks up, I'm going to put these, like, skip 2. I'm going to skip 2 on each side as well. Anyway, back to League talk. This is probably not the place to do it, but I'm going to do it. My League of Legends random support series was my most popular. It was very far outdoing my Minecraft videos until I got to this pack. And this pack I had a lot of fun doing at the beginning. I uploaded a ton of videos a day, like 2 or 3 a day minimum. And people just caught on to it, started watching it. You know, I got comments, subscribers, you name it. Everybody was there. Okay, guys, moment of truth real quick. Shift click on here. Oh my god, it works. Yes. It's actually the 2nd time I've built this now. The first time in creative, it was actually sitting on blocks, and then I moved it up, so it has to have a 2 block clearance in any direction. It works, people. Anyway, but I will eventually get back to playing League of Legends and doing supports. If you guys want to see me play a support with the current state of the game, I will make the attempt. Not so much the attempt of playing the game and winning the game, but, you know, actually getting the champion into the game is the hardest part. But it seems like we're done here. How long did that take? 18 minutes. Hey, we have a minute. Let's hook up the rest of our power. But if you guys have a champion request for that series, since I haven't done it in a while, I may be a little rusty, so bear with me when I get an episode up. But if you have a champion request that I haven't done before to play as a support, let me know. Throw it in the comments. As well as your mod pack vote for what you want me to play after this. Not that it's coming up soon, but it will come up eventually. So I want to get the question out there so you guys can mull it over and send in your requests. Alright, so this one is power into the ball. We're going to want to put a tesseract right there. Let's get within range of our wireless network and grab a tesseract. I should have a spare. I've actually got a couple of spares. So the power coming out of this system is set to power. I'm going to rename the channel power in, add frequency. And this will be send energy from here to the power in. Now this is referring to the ball. So power in to the ball. That's all going to be right here. And again, these cells are totally full. The power coming from the reactor is hitting this infinite transfer line, this cryostabilize line. It's coming from here and going out to this line. It's filling all 3 of these cells which in turn, each of these are input to the right, output to the top. So it's not like doing any kind of feedback loop here. This one will charge that one will charge the top one exports to the tesseract, as well as the line directly exporting to the tesseract. In case the reactor is on, these cells cannot accept power fast enough. Even all three of them, that's like 96,000 RF per tick. It's not enough. The extra will go into the tesseract. As well as there's these solar panels. So this one's exporting like almost 1200 per tick. This one exports like 100 at best. It's at like 50 right now, but the sun is not all the way up. It's kind of afternoon. It's going down. But I'm pretty sure my base is running on nothing but these two solar panels right now. This like 1200 per tick one here powers everything. Because I haven't seen these energy cells go down at all. I do have another system over here generating power, but it's not hooked up to a tesseract anymore. I took that one off. So this is an independent system now. And it is totally full. It's keeping up. So this system here is running this, all of our sifting projects, and the reactor is running everything else in the base. Oh wait, there's a farm. Okay, the farm is running on like a tier 3 solar panel on its own. That's only a farming station. The tesseract and these energy cells is powering the entire cow operation, a couple of autocrafters, like the autocrafter over there doing cobblestone, which that same tesseract is giving power to the ME system, as well as the tesseract here giving power to the machinery level and our wireless charger, and the mob farm. Let me show you guys this. I did this while I was waiting on the endstone to get processed. This has been here for some time. This tesseract is powering the mob grinders on both these levels, but I just recently, within the last day here, put fluid ducts to those fluid pipes, and I'm exporting the mob essence to an ender tank. I have that coded triple purple, which is my generic input this into the AME system color code. So tank, chest, etc., ender pouch, that color code means this is going to go into the ME system automatically. So I set up the fluid interface. I'm not going to click on it because it randomly crashes my game when I open this interface, but it works a lot like this interface does, but it has 2 slots to input fluids into your system, and those get stored in their own fluid storage drives. This is mostly full of mob essence and a couple of those tanks I had underneath the cow farm there. You notice those are all gone now. All those fluids are being stored within the system now. So that's where all that goes. Anyway, so the tesseract is also powering this setup here, and if you notice, this I kind of flew past, I have a totally separate little tiny baby ME system right here. All that is doing is storing bows. Now I've got a filing cabinet over here. Let's let the lag happen. Alright, so this filing cabinet is 100% totally completely full of enchanted bows from skeletons. Close that and let my frame rate catch back up. Let me check OBS. We dropped 30 frames while I was looking at that. Anyway, so the unenchanted bows, I probably showed this before, but we have an advanced filter here extracting enchantable items from the filing cabinet. So any bow that goes in there that is not enchanted and can be enchanted goes into this loot recycler, and they barely give any points at all. I think it's 2 at a time, 2 points each, towards the 2,000. So we need 1,000 unenchanted bows in there to make 1 loot bag. That's more or less just to delete them. So that filing cabinet, which you cannot make anymore, by the way, they've been disabled since 2.5.0 because there was some duplication glitch going on. I have no idea. Anyway, so that storage option is no longer viable. So that's going to stay there. And we had an overflow of bows from that. So the next option was I'm going to make an ME system here Just a little tiny one, put storage drives in it, hope for the best. So here are the bows that I've collected since then. These are just in the last 2 days. Let me just scroll through all of this mess. Tons and tons and tons of bows. So we have the same problem on our multiplayer server. The issue is not power, the issue is not necessarily storage. I mean, we could do this all day, but we want to take care of this. So I think very soon we're going to be taking care of that problem more or less the same way we've done it on our multiplayer server, and also more or less like the way I did it in Revenge of the C Team or Attack of the B Team. I think was the last time I've had to do this. Now where did you spawn? He was standing there, but I doubt he spawned there. He probably spawned on one of these blocks. Anyway, so back to what we're doing. How much time do we have? 25 minutes. Alright, we got like 5 minutes here. So this pylon is putting power in to the ball. Go right there. Set this tesseract to power in. Receive power only. So it's receiving power, which is going there into the ball. Look at it go. We're at 10 million and counting. This should be passively draining these energy cells. Yes, it is. As well as these solar panels. They are totally empty. So these cells here will be draining at 32,000 per tick because they have to funnel through this here. If I set this to export to the right, this will be a lot faster. Export to the right. All 3 of these go to the right. I'm not going to need these energy cells anymore. So that's 96,000 RF per tick going to the ball now. I don't need those cells anymore. If anything, they'll be just in storage until I need, like a localized storage cell somewhere. Maybe as a small buffer between a tesseract and machinery. But yeah, everything's going to be running off of this ball. But yeah, that line there has an infinite transfer rate. So as fast as these can export, they are exporting, which is 32,000 per tick. And as it turns out, the ball does have a limit. So this flux duct can, in fact, transfer power faster than that ball can. It's hard to do, but I assume it would be possible. The transfer limit on these pylons to the ball is 2.1 trillion per tick, which is enough to fill the entire tier 7 ball in 1 tick. So if you had 2 of these balls, 2 of these energy cores, I should probably stop referring to it as a ball, 2 tier 7 energy cores, let's just say they're side by side, and you had them transferring power from one to the other through that energy cable right there, it would take 1 tick, and the cable would take it, no problem. So yeah, you could transfer the entire contents of a full energy core tier 7 in 1 tick to another tier 7. That's amazing. Anyway, we're gonna have no reason to do anything that ridiculous. That's empty, that's empty, that's empty. And now we have a couple of things to check off of our book. Solar panel, go away. Solar panel, go away. This line will stay here to power this cyanite reprocessor, just because why not? That does need power, and it is right here, so why not? Anyway, let's check out our achievement book. We've got some checking off to do. So let's back up a little bit. Craft and use an ender quarry. Haven't done it. Plan to do it fairly soon. Actively cooled reactor. I've got to make a turbine for that. Create a turbine. Make a turbine. Produce 1,000,000 RF per tick. So that, as soon as I crank up the reactor when it's fully fueled, will probably be checked off, because the reactor plus that energy setup there plus all the solar panels probably will outstrip 1,000,000 per tick. I'll have to do the math whenever we get everything set up and running. These things here are for Thaumcraft, Mastery for Thaumcraft, Botania, planning on doing that fairly soon, Mastery for Botania, Witchery, I've not really gotten that far into Witchery before, but I'll do at least a few things on this list. And then we're back into Draconic Evolution. So, Draconic Armor Set, coming soon. I know how to make it all, just got to get the resources, which I'm getting there. Automate Wither Killing, I'm very, very, very close to doing this. We have done this on our server. We went with basically the same idea that I had. Fill a Draconic Battery. Now, does that mean that ball? That says Energy Core. Does that count as a battery? Maybe it's something else. I will wait. Charm of Dislocation. That will be very soon as well. Build a Tier 6 Energy Core. Well, we went to Tier 7, so I'm going to check that off, because we passed Tier 6 to get to it. Draconic Chest also coming soon. And then we're into Insanity. 1 billion RF per tick, etc., etc. Fill a Resonant Energy Cell. Diamond blocks to cool. Okay. Use diamond. Here's one of the not really catch-22s, but here's the catch with this entry in the achievement book. It says use diamond blocks to cool a max size reactor. That's what I'm doing now, technically. It doesn't say completely fill the reactor with diamond blocks. It just says use them to do it. And I do have 8 columns in there. But I think maybe it means to use them totally, like completely fill it with diamond blocks, because this is Age of Insanity. So I think it doesn't mean just use a couple. I'm pretty sure that means totally completely fill it. So this will not get checked off until I get enough diamond blocks to totally fill that. Replace power cables with cryostabilized flux duct. I have done that. I am using them right there. I have not replaced every single power line in my base with that because I don't need to. I am currently using Ender.io energy conduits for those, but I guess I could replace all of the power line. I'd only really need to make about 20 more, and they don't take that much resources, so I could do that fairly simple. What are the other ones? Octuple compressed cobblestone. I did that forever ago. Fill one chunk completely with triple compressed. That, I'm going to have to do a little bit of math. I haven't come up with the exact number, but if somebody wants to do the amount of math, it's not even that difficult. One chunk full of triple compressed, give me the number of actual cobblestone that will take, and I'll see if I have enough. Let me give you the number I've got so far. I'm at 5 octuple compressed, 4 septuple, 3, 8, 3, 2, and then stacks on stacks on stacks of regular. Oh, I'm not done setting up my power base yet. Power's going to the ball, but nowhere else. Anyway, give me the number of cobblestone, like regular, uncompressed, that was going to take. We need to give this a new channel. Power out. Add. No. Power in. Disable. Power out. Dang it. I need to set a number, don't I? 99. Power out. Add frequency. Set frequency. Energy mode send. Looks like it's sending. Let's find out. Anyway, give me the number of uncompressed cobblestone that should take, and I'll figure out if I have enough. Yep, okay, power out here. That should power this and the ME system. This is running. This is running off of cakes. It's still running perfectly fine. Oh yeah, I didn't check this in a while. We got 7 more in cakes. Still running strong. This one over here is going to be dead if it was doing anything. U set to power out. Energy mode receive. What is that doing? What are you trying to charge? Receive energy. This is trying to charge something. I can't figure out. Oh, is it charging this resonant cell in my... Yeah, it's trying to charge the cells in my inventory. Well, you know what? You stop doing that. If I wanted that done, I'll do it myself. Alright, all that's running. We need mob farm to be linked back up again. U set to power out. Receive power, yes. And that's running on a solar panel, so this is running under its own power. Ah, here's one here, the cow farm. Have to go and systematically check all of my tesseracts here. Receive energy. Make sure these are all storing power correctly. Yes, they are. Alright, we're done. Tier 7 energy ball that's totally hidden by the reactor because it's the biggest structure on the planet. And that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking around for the series. Leave a like if you like the series. It'll let me keep going. It'll let me know you're enjoying. Leave suggestions. Leave answers to the questions I've posed thus far in the episode. Let me know what you want to see in the future. And have a good day. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.